Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Motordrive. If you love rugged, boxy off-roaders that don't take up two entire parking spots, you need to sit down for this one. Toyota has officially done it. They have finally brought back the spirit of the legendary FJ, but this time, it's joining the modern era as the all-new 2027 Land Cruiser FJ. Now, if you're a die-hard fan of the old-school FJ Cruiser from the mid-2000s, the one with the triple windshield wipers and the suicide doors, you know that vehicle became an absolute cult classic. But let's be honest, it was a bit massive, the blind spots were legendary in all the wrong ways, and it drank gas like a cargo ship. Toyota took notes. For 2027, they've reinvented the formula, shrinking the Land Cruiser family down into its smallest, most accessible, and honestly, most charming package yet. It's got a look that stops you dead in your tracks, and it's built to actually go off the grid, not just look like it can. Let's talk about the design because this thing is an absolute visual treat. It looks like a classic Land Cruiser was tossed in the dryer and came out perfectly blocky, muscular, and compact. You get that iconic, unapologetic square silhouette with ultra-short front and rear overhangs. Toyota didn't mess around here, they kept the signature retro elements, like the bold Toyota lettering spelled out across the front grille, circular headlights, and a chunky, contrasting roof that gives it that classic two-tone adventure vibe. But what makes the FJ really special this time around is its size. It's built on a rugged ladder frame platform, but it's scaled down. To give you an idea, it's over 10 inches shorter than the bigger Land Cruiser 250 series. It's roughly the length of a typical compact crossover, but with way more attitude. Around the back, you'll find a full-size spare wheel bolted right onto the tailgate, which is the ultimate badge of honor for any real 4x4. The wheel arches are aggressively squared off, designed specifically to help shed mud when you're out on the trail. It's a design that feels entirely functional but looks incredibly stylish. Now, let's pop the hood, because this is where things get really interesting, and a little bit controversial depending on where you live. Toyota is rolling this out globally with a few different setups. In several major markets, they are sticking with what they do best, ultra-reliable longevity. We're talking about a naturally aspirated 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine paired with a rock-solid 6-speed automatic transmission. It puts out around 161 horsepower and about 181 pound-feet of torque. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Those aren't supercar numbers, and you're right. On the highway, it's going to work hard when you want to make a quick pass, and it's not going to win any drag races. But what it lacks in pure speed, it completely makes up for in bulletproof reliability. This is a powertrain designed to never die, whether you're idling in bumper-to-bumper city traffic or crawling through a remote desert. Plus, for the eco-conscious adventurers, Toyota is rolling out self-charging hybrid variants in select regions to help boost that fuel economy and give you a bit more instantaneous low-end punch. No matter which engine you get, it's mated to a proper part-time four-wheel drive system with a real mechanical rear differential lock. And speaking of that four-wheel drive system, let's talk about what happens when the pavement ends. The FJ isn't just a lifestyle vehicle wearing hiking boots, it's a real Land Cruiser through and through. Because it has such a short wheelbase, its turning radius is incredibly tight, meaning you can navigate tight mountain switchbacks or narrow city alleys with total ease. The ground clearance is fantastic, and because the bumpers are sculpted so high up, you get incredible approach and departure angles. You won't be scraping the nose of this truck on steep inclines. Toyota also gave it heavily reinforced underfloor bracing and high body rigidity, which means when you're flexing the suspension over uneven rocks, the frame isn't twisting and creaking. It handles bumps with this beautiful, supple absorption. It might feel a tiny bit jittery over sharp highway potholes because it's a traditional body-on-frame truck, but the second you get it onto dirt, gravel, or sand, it completely comes alive. Step inside, and Toyota has nailed the balance between rugged utility and modern tech. The cabin is lined with hard-wearing, durable materials that look like they can handle muddy gear, wet dogs, and years of abuse, but it doesn't feel cheap. Depending on the trim you pick, you get a clean, functional dashboard featuring a crisp digital instrument cluster and a large infotainment touchscreen that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They've kept physical knobs and tactile buttons for the climate control and off-road switchgear. Which is a massive win because nobody wants to dig through 3 touchscreen menus just to turn on the heated seats or engage the differential locks while bouncing down a trail. You also get a great panoramic view monitor, which essentially gives you a bird's-eye view around the vehicle, perfect for spotting hidden rocks on a trail or tight curbs in a grocery store parking lot. Space-wise, it's a comfortable 2-row, 5-passenger setup, though because of that shorter wheelbase, the cargo area is cozy but highly usable, especially when you fold the rear seats flat. So, what is all of this going to cost? This is perhaps the best news of all. Toyota is positioning the Land Cruiser FJ as the entry point into their legendary off-road family. In markets where it has launched, the base pricing converts to roughly $28,000 to $30,000, putting it right in line with a standard compact SUV like a RAV4, but giving you true truck capability. It completely undercuts its bigger siblings, making the Land Cruiser nameplate accessible to a whole new generation of buyers. It's trendy, it's practical enough for daily driving, and it has that legendary Toyota resale value baked right in. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the new look? Would you pick this over a standard crossover? Drop a comment down below, smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Motordrive for more automotive news. Catch you in the next one.